All right, I am very excited right now because I am in the kitchen with the Dairy Farmers of Ontario City, and we also have Jenny Van Rooy from Dairy Farmers of Ontario. Thanks so much for joining us here today because we are making homemade ice cream.
Yes, of course.
This boggles my mind that you can make this at home without, having one of those ice cream makers.
Well, ice cream, you just have to add some ice and some cream, and we can whip it up at home.
That's
Fun
fantastic.
Summer treat.
I love it. And Peter, you're going to hear to talk a bit about the differences because we're using half and half cream and then whipping cream as well.
That's right. So you realize when we're milking cows, like what I did this morning, I milked my cows, and so the average percentage on milk is 4%. But most of us only probably drink 2% or 1% milk. So the leftover butterfat that's actually taken out of the milk is what ends up being into our half and half cream or our full whipping cream at 35%. So it's just a matter of butterfat, and good ice cream is made with 100% Canadian milk, which is 100% cream.
So we're going to get started in making this because it takes a bit of a process here. So Jenny, what's the first step in making homemade ice cream?
First of all, I'm going to get you to add in 2 cups of the whipping cream here.
Okay, and so this is nice and thick.
Yes, very thick, as you can see. And then you can add in 2 cups of the half and half.
Okay, oopsies, I'm already dropping things this morning.
We might need that later.
Okay.
Along with,
and I'm just mixing with the whisk.
Yeah, you can mix it up. I'm going to put in a half a cup of sugar.
Okay.
And we actually can grow sugar here in Ontario. There's something called sugar beets. So
really, that's an interesting fact. And now, do you need to add sugar? Can you substitute it with anything else?
Sugar is what's recommended, and that will kind of produce the best tasting ice cream.
Okay.
And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla because we're making vanilla ice cream today.
I'm very interested. Now, this next step is what boggles my mind. It is.
You want to whisk that together until all the sugar is dissolved.
Okay.
So you're probably just about good. All the sugar kind of sits on the bottom. So whisk it for a minute or 2.
And now, Peter, do you make homemade ice cream with your dairy cows at the house, or what?
We make some ice cream at home for sure, but
you do.
I didn't grow this big by not eating good food. So.
And one thing I heard about ice cream, and you enlightened me with this morning, is that good ice cream doesn't melt quite as fast.
That's right. If you're in the store and for dairy farmers and for Canadian milk, if there's a Canadian blue cow on the logo, if it's on the actual ice cream, you can be rest assured that we have our auditors out there. We make sure that it's actually 100% Canadian cream that's gone in to make this product. And it's great, and it's supporting farmers just like me.
It's supporting our local farmers, which is obviously important.
You don't have to go just to the farmers markets.
As the apron says.
Farmers feed cities.
That's right. Okay, so what's the next step?
So I'll let you pour. I would split this into either like half or a third or a quarter of the mixture, because if you have a few kids, that's probably good there. They can each get one, and they can each do the next step, which is really fun, and shaking the bag. So you just want to zip lock the bag and take all the air out of it.
Okay, so try and keep it as close as possible.
And then we want to double bag it, just because as we shake it, we're shaking it in a mixture with ice and coarse salt. So you don't want to take your ice cream out of the bag and it become all salty.
Right. No, that's true. It defeats the purpose of adding that sugar in there. So in here we just have ice so far. Is that it?
Yeah, just ice in there. So I want a couple scoops of this coarse salt mixture, which will make the ice, when you're shaking the ice cream with it, it'll become even colder.
So just that much?
Yep.
All of that
Maybe even one more of them.
One more, okay. And this is just like a coarse pickling salt kind of thing?
Yeah.
We're not eating that salt, though.
No,
right?
It's just
so
for mixing.
it's still good for us.
I had a friend accidentally make cookies with it one time.
Ooh. Not so good.
Good for ice cream and not for cookies.
Zip this up, and if you want to throw those oven mitts on, I suggest either using oven mitts or a tea towel.
Because it gets quite cold. Hands off, Kurt Sidley. Can I just shake this up?
Yeah, shake it. So you're going to shake it for about 5 to 10 minutes. It depends on how much cream you put in the bag.
Okay.
But then once you shake it for 5 to 10 minutes, you will be left with something.
Did you know that you can make ice cream that easily by putting it in a bag and shaking it?
It's all news to me.
Yeah, and you can top it. You can even add, like, I've added chocolate syrup in there before, whatever you want.
Yeah, you can see it's already starting to like crystallize a little bit.
Yeah.
Is this the end result?
Well, we don't have
result. I made that yesterday.
We don't have 5-10 minutes. Now it's the important part. It's the taste test. Does homemade ice cream taste good?
I just want it on its own to see how.
Yeah, it's kind of like a soft ice cream type of flavor. I haven't even tasted it yet. It doesn't taste okay.
That is so fresh.
Seriously.
It's fresh and it's made with 100% Canadian cream, so it's got to be good, right?
Supporting our local farmers, important stuff, isn't it, Peter?
Exactly. It's that's what keeps the whole
I
industry
love
going.
supporting you guys.
As long as I bring ice cream,
exactly.
right?
And it's not that hard, right? You can go to any store and you can buy the products, and like this is very simple.
And what a great summer activity to do at home with the kids.
With the kids. I've even heard that you can buy almost like a soccer ball sort of thing that will contain the ice and the cream products, and then you can kick it around in the yard with the kids.
What a great idea.
And the next thing you know, you have ice cream.
Ice cream after a nice game of soccer.
You can have food coloring in here.
Yeah, put whatever you want, sprinkles, and then like raspberries are right in season right now.
Aren't they delicious?
Peaches are coming in season soon, so you could add all sorts of fresh fruit.
I love it. And Peter, you have a large farm out in the Ottawa area.
Yes.
How many cows do you have again?
I milk 40 cows.
40 cows a day.
I'm
twice a day.
Twice a day.
Oh, right. Twice a day.
Before I got here this morning, I had to milk them all, and I said good morning, and I said good morning early because I had to be here early, but fed them all and got here, and you know, that's the way it is. Farmers are.
Is this your farm out here?
That's my farm right there. And,
I've been fortunate to be out there, and I got to milk a cow with you, and I did not bad that day. But then when we had the food aid day,
I was miserably. Horrible.
Well, I knew that.
You gave me a bad cow.
No, it had nothing to do with the bad cow. I'm going to say it has to go with experience there, you know.
Did he make you milk them by hand, though?
We did.
That's not the way that you do it. That's cheating.
No, that's not the way we do it, but it does harken us back to the way we used to do it when lots of people worked.
You know what, my grandfather, that's how he did it back in the day.
You know,
poor man.
You know, 50 years ago, a lot of people worked on farms, but today there's probably only 2% of producers are.
It's true.
Yeah, 2% of Canadians are actually now working on farms. So
wow.
It's that's why, you know, something like Farmers Food Cities is really important to bridge that gap between urban and rural, because with, you know, not being in a city center and not being on farms, there's a lot of misunderstandings that come from something as to how milk is produced, or you know, any product. So that's the important thing.
Well, I'm happy to show my support by eating homemade ice cream.
Yes, me too. Thank you so much for joining us here
today.
today.
Good to have you here.